Kani kadiga Batisi TV, mat pidang pek yaki kubor baman kasni, belawan rasha pida ka Orange Nissan Loom Sopo near Fire Brigade Shillong, ringkat bat ka eco-friendly enterprise, ki plakot nagbenta ki jingdon kam hakasong, bat kara karong.
Hagasin ke balai ulampang jong yang dorbar tau ain ke jela uba met ba lengdo haga khan riu tarik benai naitung arjar arpo ulalum ya ke Jingïalang jong ke Seng Saiñ Pyrthei baper ke jela Meghalaya haga balawani simentaru dau menteri ramba ke jela u Konrad ke Sangma u sembut menteri ramba uba Preston Tensong ki menteri sorkar bat kontupru ya ki MLA na ke Seng Kongres ke basyong haga liang persya jong ke yang dorbar tau ain banyatai sani bha halor ke jingkit kle ke bakum ki nongmik khmat pajba ki don benta ban Ïakhun Thma persya ya ke jingpang coronavirus ha ke jela Meghalaya da ke baya trailang bat ke sorkar jela bat ki bor sentra shnong bat ki pajba nongsong shnong ke jela barok away ha ke jing ekran bat ki lat pathai ku bor u menteri ramba ula ong ba ke sorkar kala pentre kamru ya ke jing ai jingmut jong ki MLA na ke liang persya ha ke ban Ïakhun Thma persya ya ke jing sapriang jong knyang jingpang coronavirus.
The purpose of the meeting is basically to just to update and give us the matters related to the COVID-19 in the state of Meghalaya. And we are happy to note that the government has really put a very, very sincere efforts from all the departments to see that how we can, the people of the state have the confidence with the government machineries that whatever steps and actions taken, that through the presentations given today has convinced us as that they have done. But well, friends, in the last few days, maybe a week or so, we have seen that the number of cases have gone up in the state because of different reasons. One is because of the number of cases which has gone up very high is basically of the personnel of the BSF and other armed forces who have returned back from their holidays from different postings to the state of Meghalaya. Number two is because of some incident of marriage parties at Khanapara. This is also one issue. But overall, when you look at the number of cases among the non-BSF, non-armed forces, I think the state is really in a good compared to other states of the country. So we have discussed at length today through the presentation given by the government, and we had seen that a lot of new ideas, new initiatives, new steps taken by the government. We are sure that the government will continue to fight together with the people of the state. But I would like to appeal to the people of the state that the people, the citizen of the state plays a very, very important role. I think leaving the matter with the government alone, I think is not possible. If you remember from the day one when the lockdown started, the success of it is because the participation from each and every section of the society and the people of the state, right from the Rangba Ashnong, right from the Nokumas, right from the headmen, right from the different section of societies, the religious groups, and so on. It is because of that only that the state as a whole can record a very, very least number of positive cases so far. But at the same time, I would like to again reiterate that we need to work together and to see that how we really contain this virus, to see that the number of cases should not go up at all.
We were very proud for the fact that till the month of June, Meghalaya was one of the states with the least number of COVID patients. But suddenly, In the last few weeks, there has been a spurt, and that spurt has been mainly because of the spike among the armed forces and the BSF, and from the group of people who had gone for a marriage party in Khanpara. Nevertheless, everything is under control, and I would like to tell the people of the state that everything is under control and things are going well. People are under quarantine. Everybody who have been traced, all the contact tracing has been completed by the government, and all who are supposed to be under quarantine are behind the doors of the quarantine centers. And therefore, from our end, we are pretty satisfied with the way that the government is handling this COVID situation in the state, except for few suggestions that we have given to the government. That is to contain the movement of people across the state. So we requested the government that the interstate movement of people, for people coming from Assam or for people from Meghalaya going to Assam, should be stopped for the time being, except for such emergency cases where the government may have to verify and examine more thoroughly to allow such people to come in or go out. For which the government has replied that yes, I think for some time now they have already stopped such movements, and therefore we would like to see that these movements are not carried out. And no such permission should be given to people who want to come to Meghalaya from outside the state. Secondly, we raised the issue of transit movement of goods, vehicle. Meghalaya having a highway which transits vehicles from Assam to Assam again, or to Manipur, or to Mizoram, or Tripura, going via Meghalaya, for which we requested the government to ensure that these vehicles that move along the highway via Meghalaya should not stop anywhere on the road, nor should stop for tea or snacks in any of the dhabas, and for which the government had replied saying that they have already issued instruction that all the dhabas and all the tea shops along the highway have been asked to be closed. Therefore, we have also suggested to the government that when such a situation arises, that a positive case is detected in any part of the city or anywhere in the state, we requested the government to inform the identity of such people, or to let the local authorities know about such a patient or such a case. Otherwise, it creates a lot of confusion, it creates a lot of chaos among the people of the state. Then they start doubting people, then they start suspecting anybody that moves around in the locality or in the vicinity of such areas. We requested the government let the location be announced that in this particular place such patient does exist, and therefore we should take precautions not to move around or to go into such locality. The government has replied that they have already gone ahead by giving away the names to the local darbar shalons of such people who have got high-risk contacts or such cases, and therefore the names and identities of such people are available with the local darbar shalons. I have made a request to the Honorable Chief Minister and the Education Minister as well that opportunities should be explored, that all our children, students should be given opportunities to study in the state, But since we know that going for medical lines or engineering lines outside the state is next to impossible in the current year, and therefore we may have to look for such kind of avenues or opportunities for such students within the state, wherein I have requested the government to kindly examine and look into, so that each and every child, each and every student who aspires to go for further studies be given that kind of an opportunity.
I would just like to say that though we have seen a number of cases that have gone up in the past few weeks, I think we can safely say that things are not beyond any kind of uncontrollable manner. It's very much in a controlled environment. We have very specific clusters which are showing spikes in numbers, but they are all very much under control in the sense that it will not spread beyond a certain cluster limit. So therefore, we are quite happy also to see that we're getting support from the society in general, and the officials have been doing an excellent job. And I think today with all the legislatures being out here, it's also another very positive sign for the state and the people. Having said that, I would like to assure all the people of the state that the government will do whatever it takes and whatever is necessary to ensure the safety of our people. I want to assure the people of the state that we as a government will leave no stone unturned, and we will take whatever strict measures are required to ensure that our people are safe. Friends, at the end, I would also like to state that it is very important to understand that COVID-19 is here to stay for some time, and we cannot expect that we will continue to run away from it or block or lock down every time something happens. We need to adjust, we need to adapt, and we need to learn how to live with this virus. Therefore, the government is continuously working on how we could micro-manage different situations. When a case comes up or suddenly a cluster comes up, should the whole state be locked down? Should the whole city be locked down? Should all economic activities be stopped? Most probably not. So we need to find out how we could have micro lockdown strategies, individual lockdowns, how an individual's actions and behaviors could make a vast difference. So we are trying to work on a situation, and we have started this step by involving now the Rambashnongs, the headmen, the Nokmas, where we are sharing not just information of the positive patient, but we are also sharing information about the high-risk contacts. And if the society and government and all the elected representatives and legislatures and different religious leaders and society in general can work together to ensure that we are able to micro-manage the different lockdowns that we do at a micro level and really contain it to the high-risk contacts and the positive patients, I think we will slowly start to adapt and learn. And I think that is the first step. Second thing which is very important to mention is that we need to slowly and steadily start to accept this and not really stigmatize against people who could have been exposed to this, who are people sometimes working in different medical institutions, and suddenly we don't, as a society, accept them and say that they are high risk. I think it really brings down the morale of these kind of people who are working day and night to protect you and me. So I think somewhere society has to learn to accept this, and I urge through this platform, and we have discussed this today in the meeting, we have urged the Honourable Speaker also that MLS can play a very important role in sensitizing society about how we should handle the situation, and running away from it and stigmatizing people who could be exposed to it is not the solution. We need to work together as a society, and I'm sure that we as a state and a society in the past 3 months have come really a long way. And these situations have taught us a lot. I mentioned in the meeting today that everything is not perfect. We are not saying that everything we did was correct or everything we did was perfect. There are situations where we learn. And I can assure you that as a government, we have been learning with every step, with every day, with every situation. That we need to have micromanagement, micro lockdowns, quick response systems, because COVID is a situation which we will face in the future also. We don't know. We hope that it doesn't happen when there are outbreaks like this that take place, but we can never say. So we need to be ready. And the only way to be ready is to have a quick response, rapid response system, which is very, very micro, so that wherever it happens, it is contained in that particular house or locality, and that the normal life for the other people in the city and the state is not affected. So it's still in a very nascent stage, but we realize that that is a way forward. It will require refining and improvement every now and then. So, but this is the basic concept of this micromanagement and micro planning.